Seems like your tone is not always peaceful with your followers. Let me let you look at this and then you can comment on it.
My own light workers battled me!
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today I have just honestly an insane video that Dr. Phil is uploading recently of this lady who is basically running a cult and abandoned her 3 children, moved to Hawaii, and is living on this giant compound where she's basically brainwashing people, and it is just such an insane story. This is probably going to be a little bit less comedic than my normal videos and more just like what is going on, like mind-blowingness. But without further ado, let's just get into it, shall we?
Things are often not peaceful around you because I've seen some of your streams. I've seen videos where you seem to be upset a lot.
So first things first, Dr. Phil is meeting this woman and they're having to do long distance because, like I said, she lives all the way over in Hawaii and is living on this giant ranch where she has people waiting on her hand and foot. She calls herself Mother God, and she has quite a few freak out moments. He's gonna bring up a few of them later on, but you will see very soon that this is just a absolutely insane woman, and I have no idea how any of these people were gullible enough to start, following her and being brainwashed by this, but she has a lot of followers.
What is it that upsets you the most?
Well, a lot of those are taken out of context and not properly represented. However,
okay, first things first, why does she have a JoJo Siwa thing in her hair? Like, aren't you like 60 years old? What are you doing? And second off, these clips are not really taken out of context. We'll probably see a couple of them later on, but she's very clearly screaming to these live streams that she does. She films herself on YouTube almost every day and is often seen with the other members of this organization that she has started, as she calls it. But yeah, she will have full-on rage moments where she's screaming at people for not wanting to obey her or like surrender to her. She uses that term a lot, which is very psychotic and creepy if you ask me. But she just explains that she had, some bad energy and that's how she let it out. If she really is perfect and this Mother God, as she says, why is she getting so tilted all the time? Like, shouldn't you be zen enough to, not ever get angry?
Serving love and bringing in a new paradigm.
Whoa. See, like I said, I don't know how you can possibly be taking that out of context, but she calls the people who follow her that don't listen to her and is wanting them to all die. And she says it on video.
Kill me! The spiritual ego die!
As you can see, she just looks totally mentally unstable in almost every single one of these videos, and I am questioning what's going on in the thoughts of these young people that are being brought into this cult, and like, how are they seeing this and thinking, oh, this is someone I should definitely look up to and listen to, and I should just move to Hawaii and live with them. But trust me, she still has followers. We're gonna meet a couple of them later on, and they look like normal 20-something-year-old, and she really snaps at her followers. I have no idea why they would want to put up with this. If you wanted some old lady to be yelling at you, you could just probably live with your mom into your 40s, and they would get so sick of you that they would start acting this way as well. Yo, real quick before we move on, guys, do me a big favor. My analytics show that only 39% of you watching are actually subscribed. I don't know what's up with that, but if you guys are already watching the videos every day, you might as well join the Grim Squad officially, so hit that subscribe button.
That seems pretty aggressive for someone that's leading the world to love. That seems counterintuitive. You'll have to explain that to me.
Yeah, no matter how she explains it, it just doesn't make sense, Dr. Phil, because this is literally the opposite of what she's trying to spread, yet people are still buying into it. She's screaming at them and just cursing at them, and they also don't get to sleep when they live there. Like, they get to sleep about 4 or 5 hours a night, and they're basically sleep-deprived zombies that are waiting on her hand and foot while she's spewing out all this faux spiritual stuff, like, there is a new awakening. You are aligning yourself by serving me every day and night.
You believe that Amy is Mother God, correct?
Yes,
Absolutely.
And what is Mother God to you?
She is everything to us.
Like, their answers and the smiles, first of all, are very off-putting. I don't know why, but they just have these large grins like, yes, she is Mother God. She is our everything. Like, I've been playing through a lot of Borderlands 3, and it's just reminding me of the Children of the Vault at this point. Like, why are you guys worshiping this random old tweaker lady? Like, she's clearly just off her rocker. Who is following any of her advice? She abandoned 3 of her children. Like, she obviously doesn't know anything about love or what it means to be a mother. So it's funny that she is the Mother God of love.
Do you believe that she is God?
Absolutely.
Oh, and as you can see, they're just fully brainwashed at this point. I have no idea what is going on in these people's heads. Like, of course, they can believe in whatever they want to believe, but when you are just surrounded by that negative energy that this lady brings, I don't know how you could possibly be happy and like fulfilled hanging out with her all day. They literally have to work 24/7. They interviewed an ex-member on the show that I'm not gonna show right now because it's kind of slow, honestly, but she does bring up a good point about the sleep deprivation and saying that basically if you were not moving around and working, it was saying that you were taking up her energy by being lazy. So that was her way of guilting them into all working. It's pretty much like a work camp, like I was saying. It's totally just straight up textbook cult stuff going on here.
She has said that she's done over 100,000 healing sessions, including spiritual surgery.
So this is one of her claims, that she has had over 100,000 spiritual surgeries on people, which is a term that I would hear and instantly laugh, but I guess there is just enough people out there that are so gullible that they hear that and they're like, wow, that must be like a level above doctors, bro. She really is like just Mother God, bro. Because that just sounds like a total load of BS to me. But they say that they have seen her do this with their own eyes and that she does it all the time. So I guess we'll just have to take their word for it, right? It's not like Dr. Phil's gonna fact check or anything.
So if she's done over 100,000 of these, that would be 6,667 a year. That would be 18 times a day.
So Dr. Phil does the math here and is like, wait, if you've been Mother God for 12 years and you say you've done over 100,000 of them, that means you've been doing an average of 18 spiritual surgeries a day. She's working overtime, bro. Oh man, that is a hefty workload and a big average to be maintaining. But she claims she does it, and her followers are like, oh yeah, she definitely does. I mean, it's crazy how well she does these surgeries. She's getting so fast at it. She's doing like 20 a day.
Yeah. And Amy, you say you recall 534 lifetimes, correct?
That's correct.
So another one of her claims is that she has lived over 500 lifetimes and can remember every single one of them. And Dr. Phil once again does the math and is saying, whoa, basically you've been living since a caveman era and you've been able to remember. So that's pretty impressive because that is a lot of lifetimes. I just don't get it, man. The lies are so big, and if I saw this woman and I heard the way she was talking, I would just think she's on something, which either way, she has just completely been able to brainwash at least these two women that they have shown, let alone countless others over the 12 years that she's been doing this.
You left those children when they were 2, 7, and 12, up and left them, but yet you call yourself Mother God.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Phil. I am glad you're bringing this up. How dare she call herself Mother God? First of all, it's such a dumb title. And second of all, she left her children to go do this and completely abandoned them. She is not in their lives at all anymore. These were 3 kids of hers that don't have any answers as to why their mother left other than, well, she was probably on something and flew over to Hawaii to start this cult. And that's all they'll ever know. So that is pretty heartbreaking for those children involved. And I think it's just disgusting that this lady is leading this life and thinks she is just so holier than thou and so smart when she's really just a con artist that is taking advantage of these gullible people. And I'm just so sad there's that many people out there that exist like this, that can fall for something this surface level. Like, this looks like she read a WikiHow article on how to start a cult and is doing the most basic steps. I mean, just the term Mother God sounds so fake. I swear I followed a storyline about that in Skyrim like 10 years ago, bro. Get some new material.
For me, I did not abandon my children. I begged my angels I didn't want to leave. And they told me I had to go on mission.
So her genius excuse as to why she left her children and abandoned them to start this cult is because her angels that talked to her were just begging her to go and do this mission. They were forcing her, so she had no choice. She had to do the right thing, and she's very happy with her decision, which I'm so happy about. She is an absolute nut job and a danger to society, honestly. Just the way she's been acting, you can tell that this is the start of something really dark, and I'm honestly wondering where they're gonna take this. I don't know if he's uploaded all of the parts, so I'm guessing there's probably going to be a part 2 because they don't really have a resolution uploaded yet to YouTube. But I'm interested to see where this goes because this lady is one of the crazier people I've ever seen on the show.
And I left on mission. Did my heart break every day for about a year? Yes.
Oh, and I'm so thankful it only took you a year to get over you abandoning 3 of your kids, all 3 of your kids, and ultimately changing their lives for the worse. So, I mean, it really is just a terrifying story that Dr. Phil is uncovering here, and I do think there's probably going to be a part 2 coming soon. But let me know what you guys thought of this so far. Hopefully this isn't all the info we're getting, but that does wrap it up for today's video. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one, and until then, peace out.